Sorry if it's not the clearest, but Pokemon's Let's Go Pikachu is actually a really fun game. I think you're going to enjoy this one a lot, and trust me, I've been going through a lot as it is. So, this has actually been a really fun game to just enjoy and play, and it's been worth every little dollar bill I put into it, and I think you're going to enjoy it too. So, with that being said, let's check out my review on this game because, I think we're going to have a lot of fun, don't you? So here we are, actually in game, and check this out. The cool thing about this game that I actually like, it's also a little frustrating, but I do like, is the fact that it has 3 types of controllers. Now I do want to note that unfortunately, this controller, the Pro, is not going to work. Sorry, it's, how I've set it up. But you have a choice, either in this mode right here where I've got it with the 2 Joy-Cons on the system, playing it like that, like a Game Boy, or playing with 1 Joy-Con up on your TV, or like this set up on a table, or with this bad boy. That's right. They made a Pokeball controller. Now, I do want to tell you this right now. If you have this controller right here, guess what? You will be able to play as Mew. In fact, check this out. Look here. It's real. I'm actually controlling the game with this controller. That's how cool this is. It actually has a B button and an A button and a simple control stick. I still have to access the system's Joy-Cons on board to properly, log in and out of the system, but it works perfectly, and it's actually rechargeable. There's a little spot in the back. See, check it out. Look. So that's pretty cool. It did take a little bit to get to, though, but this thing is so great, and it feels so good in my hands. I mean, I am totally surprised. So, with that being said, what do I think of the game? First of all, let's just get out of the way right now. This is basically a red and blue version, or a special Pikachu, the yellow version, redo. And, oh, look! We actually have some. Pikachu suddenly starts giggling. Oh, he's so cute. I cannot help. But this is actually pretty cool. And look at this. So, ooh. Sorry. This is actually pretty cool. And I didn't even know this pops up. I know. So this is actually pretty cool, and it works pretty good too. I do say it's not the simplest thing. I actually have more fun when I'm doing this by hand. And it works like a charm. So this is actually pretty cool. And look at this. This is pretty cool. So he's actually tracking. This is a feature that's just popped up like this. And I do want to point out how much fun it is. And look at this with the tail. I don't know how. he's batting it away. And I'm pretty sure this is what happens with Eevee too. So this is actually a pretty cool thing. And we're going to quit. And we're going to go back to exploring. Now, one of the cool things is, like I said, I have Mew. See, like you can actually, I think you can just make out Mew. And there he is. Oh, he's all happy. And it's the same with Pikachu, by the way. It's stretching out and relaxing. I like this. So, like I said, the story predominantly follows red and blue and yellow. You do actually get a lot of Pokemon. The cool thing is how you catch them in this game. Traditional games, you battle them and so forth. But in this one, there is no random encounter, at least not predominantly. Now they are actually, you can see, oh, look, there's an Oddish. Let's go say hi to the Oddish. You can actually choose which Pokemon you want to go up to. Now, some will pop up, and you will be stuck in a random battle. So I do want to point that out. And we're going to do a couple of things. So first off, we're going to make this Oddish happier. So we're going to feed it a berry. This is how the system works. And it's a little bit similar to what was done on the phone. I didn't have a phone at the time, so I couldn't play that game to tell you. But this is actually still a lot of fun. So watch this. This is actually pretty cool. And the berries are at least always ready. So as you can see here, you can even choose what Pokeballs you want to use. So we're just going to do a basic, and hold on, here we go, and great. That's actually, and check this out, look. Oh man, I missed him. But I still got pretty close. That's how cool it is. This Pokeball, first of all, it actually lights up. It makes noises. It talks. It has a rumble function. So this is actually pretty cool. And they actually can dodge. So this is not so simple. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I think I have a direct capture. So check this out. There we go. Like I said, this is actually pretty cool, and I can feel it. You can hear the Pokemon out of this ball, and when I got Mew, you could hear Mew on this thing. That was how cool this is. So the story follows all of that. Most of the beats, even some of the dialogue, I remember this, and I have Yellow on my 3DS. I bought a English copy of the game. It was so much fun to own that game, and this is so cool. And look at this. Even the character graphics for each one are exactly like they would be on the Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy. So it's really cool, but with much more updated graphics. And the story follows all those points. I think there's been a few new beats added in. One of the characters, Gary, from the animated series, and he's called Blue in this one. I think he was also called Blue in like red or blue. To be fair, he's actually not so much of what I call the jerk character anymore. That's a real change. I've seen Jesse and James as well when you get to the first major city with a gym you visit, but you can't do anything until the end of the game, so that's cool. And I've been on the beginning of the road to the Indigo Plateau, and it's pretty dang cool. This is an awesome game. So they really did their work here. I mean, this game is just unimaginably beautiful. It's well done. Again, like you saw with the catching, that is probably my only real gripe here, but it does affect the score in all fairness. But it's such a small gripe. No matter what, this is going to get a really good score, and I do actually recommend it to any Pokemon fan. And I want to point that out really clearly. This is something a Pokemon fan will want to play. I have a stuffed Pikachu, I have the Pokeball, I have the game, and I even have Ultra Moon, which unfortunately is my only physical game right now. I do want to get some of the other ones. I do want to get Crystal back for the Game Boy, and I still have my Advance so I can play all my Game Boy games. It's just so much fun to play this game, and it's so insane, and I just want to sometimes spend so much time in one area. It's oh yeah, let's see, double team. Yeah, that's a pretty dang good move. So, and this also happens, and we're going to get rid of Growl, and I love the detail in the graphics. The menus are very clear, and I want to point out here is that remember that this screen right now in this mode is only 720p, and when it's on my big 4K TV or even my 1080p, it's in 1080p on that too, and it's really beautiful. It's well done. The graphics alone will make you go ooh and ah, and the Pokemon graphics are beyond anything I would have thought. I mean, I also love the fact that instead of seeing just captions when you saw your character or your the gym leader or your enemy standing there, there's actual emotion, movement. I mean, it's been so good. I loved when I beat Brock. His emotional state as he congratulated you and gave you the badge was so, that was so much fun. It was so incredible, and all you want to do is just be like, holy crap. That was so much fun, and the game is too. And I mean, and look at this. I'm just talking about it. I'm having fun, and this is, and my Pidgey grew to level 10. When are they going to evolve? Because I really want to get my Butterfree from my Caterpie, and I have a Weedle. I haven't even worked on him yet. Raticate was my first Pokemon that came out of the ball because Pikachu by this point was on my head and following me around. It was really fun. This is an amazingly fun game. The graphics are great. What should I cover next? The catching mechanics and the 3 ways of playing. Remember, the Pro controller does not work for this, even though it has motion sensors. I know that from some of the games I've played. So, when it's in this mode, when it's in like Game Boy Advance, well, oh yes, Caterpie is evolving, finally. And it's really fun. In fact, wow, this is actually really impressive, and I love how they make the colors in the background are so good. I did notice a little difference when I went back to this when I was playing on my 4K, and it's just so cool. But my God, I was so happy, and I know that I'm gonna have so much fun with this game on levels that I didn't even know. This is the power of the Switch at its core. It works great either way. So in handheld mode, it's much more easier to catch the Pokemon and stuff. Uh, the Joy-Con, I'm not really effectively interested in that one. The Pokeball is hard enough to use, but I've heard people really don't like the Joy-Con controls. There's just something wrong with it. To be fair, though, it's not totally a bad system. I really haven't tried with the Joy-Con because I've been having too much fun with this Pokeball. I mean, I'm a trainer holding a Pokeball in my hand, catching Pokemon. That's how good this is. So yeah, they really did their job well here, and it just shows too. So I do want to point that out. They really did their job well, and it's just such a fun game, and it is. It's a fun game. You can actually see the reflections in my room too, so that's pretty cool. And now we got the new Oddish. She's going into my Pokebox, which is in your items this time. Okay, we got to get out of here because I really don't want to go into another battle, at least not yet, while I'm doing this review. And we're here in Pewter City. I don't care what anybody says. I just want to have fun with the game right now. I'm not even trying. And oh, there's a Geodude. Here's the other thing: the scale. Notice how small Mew is. Notice how small Pikachu are. And look at Geodude. Geodude is actually pretty decently sized. And like before, we have this Butterfree over here. Look at how big Butterfree is. And I've seen in a video how big Haunter is, and I really want a Haunter. So this is incredible. The other thing is the voices are actually from the Game Boy game, so that's pretty cool too. All in all, I really like the animation, the styles. This was not a simple cash grab. This actually had some work in it. On one hand it is, on the other it is most assuredly not. This is something you're going to want to play. So with that being said, this is actually worth your time and money. Sorry, I had to go grab something real quick. This is actually a game that I will highly recommend to anybody. I think you should definitely give it a try. So in closing, this is a game I want to keep playing for a while. And I do think about getting Eevee, but it's just not in the cards right now. I've got everything I really want. I've got the Pokeball. I've got Pikachu. The game is a solid 8 out of 10 in my opinion. It's worth every dollar bill you will pay into it. There's clearly signs it's going to keep getting better, and I can't wait to see what the other mainline entry is going to be like. If it's anything like this and what we got with Ultra Moon, we are going to have one of the best Pokemon experiences of all time. And I hope we have another game like this coming up with some of the other entries in the series. I would love to see some of the next games set up like, Gold, Silver, Crystal, and so on and so forth. So, it's just a great game. At the same time, I would also like you to leave any comments in the sections below, any comments you have. Your own review, please be nice, don't spoil anything for those who don't know anything. And please like and subscribe. Have fun, guys, because I sure as heck know I'm going to.